Hey you guys, welcome back to my ministry page, my YouTube, my Facebook, my Instagram, whatever platform you're on. Welcome back. So it's not going to be too long. It's actually just like a word of encouragement. Also kind of like a warning, I guess you could say. Just a word of encouragement and a warning to let you know, what's up ahead and how you're going to have to conduct yourself, whether it's in ministry or in purpose in general. So first things first, I'm going to jump straight into the word. And from Jeremiah chapter 18, starting at verse 18, said, "Come, let's make plans against Jeremiah, for the teaching of the law by the priests will not cease, nor will counsel from the wise, nor the word from the prophets. So come, let's attack him with our tongues and pay no attention to anything he says." You start walking in purpose when you start on your path to ministry or just purpose in general, whatever path that may look like for you and what God has called you to walk in. Don't think that it's just supposed to be easy. There are going to be many things that God purposely calls you to go into, and he knows what's up ahead. He knows the attacks are coming. In Jeremiah chapter 1, he not only tells Jeremiah, I ordained you to be a prophet, but he also tells him what's going to come after he begins to prophesy, after he begins to walk in that office of who he was always called to be. And a lot of us, I think we get it mixed up. I think we think that just because God has called us, that there's not supposed to be any interference or opposition. But in fact, if God has truly called you to make a difference in the world, to make a difference through your purpose, you're supposed to be attacked. Jeremiah was being attacked because he would not stop doing what he was called to do. But the way that they attacked Jeremiah was with their tongues. I've been doing a fast for the last 3 days, 6 a.m. to 6 p.m. and I'm going to keep doing it until God releases me. But God has really been helping me kill my flesh. I've had a very bad problem of always feeling like I have to go tick to tack with people, defend my purpose or what God called me to do. And at one point in my life when I was walking in purpose, I made the mistake of attempting to do God's job, which was to vindicate me, which was to prove that I am his, which was to prove that it is his will that I'm doing. But eventually I had to learn that if God be for you, who can be against you? And also, if people are coming up against you because you are walking in your purpose, you have to understand that they're not coming up against you, that they're coming up against God in heaven. It's just like David and Goliath. When Goliath was coming to attack the children of Israel, David had enough sense to say, you ain't even coming up against me. You're really coming up against my father. So because you ain't really coming up against me, you're coming up against the will of the one who has sent me. You're going to fall automatically. No matter what you do, you're going to fall. So I've had to really learn what it means to truly means to be still and see the salvation of the Lord. I've had to truly learn to keep walking in my purpose and to not throw stones at every dog that barks. When you begin to walk in your purpose, there are going to be people that come to attack you. But as you can see, there are various forms of attacks. Specifically, Jeremiah was being attacked verbally. I'm going to read that part again. It says, so come, let's attack him with our tongues. That means that everything that Jeremiah was saying, they were rebuttaling against. How do you respond to people who you know that you're sent to, but everything that you speak to them, everything that you speak over them, everything that you try to walk them into, they rebuttal against? You have to learn emotional maturity. You have to learn physical maturity. You have to really learn how to conduct yourself and how to walk in the fruit of the Holy Spirit, which is to be at peace, which is to be patient, which is to be loving, which is to maintain self-control. Because once you lose your control, your character has now been minimized. Once your character is attacked and you step out of character, you are now putting your influence at risk. Because if I'm looking up to somebody and all of a sudden I start seeing that they have character flaws and there are character deficiencies, you're going to start to reevaluate, why does this person have influence? You want to be a good shepherd of your influence by being able to maintain your character. Allow God to keep preparing you behind closed doors, because once he pushes you out into the open, it's like putting a target on your back. Walking in purpose is never going to be easy, but you have to really practice walking in the fruit of the Holy Spirit, because self-control is really needed. For me personally, God was like, okay, sis, it's time to fast. God knows what's up ahead. So if God is declaring for you to start fasting, then hey, start fasting. If God is declaring for you to work on killing your flesh in whatever way that may seem, hey, start doing that, because he knows what's going to come ahead. He's ultimately preparing you for not caught off guard. He says that no weapon formed against you shall prosper, but just because the weapon didn't prosper doesn't mean it's not going to form. And we have to understand that God is always going to do his part, but us as humans have to do our part as well. So that's really it, y'all. I love y'all so much, and yeah.